PDB files. PDB files are long mostly due to the need for information about each atom in the molecule, and it provides a standard representation for macromolecular structure data derived from X-ray diffraction and NMR studies. PDB file format. PDB files are composed of lines of 80 columns that begin with one of several predefined record names and end with a new line. Column means position on a line. The first character is in the first column and so forth. Blank columns are padded with spaces. A record type is one or more lines with the same record name. Different record types have different types of fields defined within the lines. They are also grouped according to function. 4 record types in the primary structure sections are DBREF, reference to the entry in the sequence databases; SCQADV, identification of conflicts between PDB and the named sequence database; SCQRES, primary sequence of backbone residues; MODRES, identification of modifications to standard residues. The SCQRES record type represents the primary structure of peptide or nucleotide sequence. The DBREF and SCQADV record types in the example PDB entry from the previous section give reference information and details on conflicts between the PDB and the original database. Parsing PDB files. Prodi offers a fast and flexible PDB parser, parse_pdb function. Parser can be used to read well-defined subset of atoms, specific chains or models in NMR structures to boost the performance. This example shows how to use the flexible parsing options. 3 types of input are accepted from the user. First type is PDB file path, example something /1nkp.pdb. Second, compressed gzipped PDB file path, example 1p38.pdb.gz. And the last is PDB identifier, for example 2k392, etc. Output is an atom group instance that stores atomic data and used as input to functions and classes for dynamic analysis. Further savings of memory are possible. For instance, you can rewrite the program to just read the file one line at a time while passing the data into the record types. Like GenBank files, there are several ways to extract information from a PDB file. For PDB files, each line starts with a keyword that explicitly states to which record type that line belongs. Each record type has all its lines adjacent to each other in the group. Hence, simply iterating through the lines and collecting the record types would be the simplest programming approach. Here is a program to extract sequence chains from the PDB file. In this program, there is a main program and 3 subroutines are used to accomplish the required functionalities. This program is used to extract sequence chains from PDB file. To read the PDB file, we use the subroutine getFileData. To pass the record type of the PDB file, we need parse_pdb record type subroutine with the arguments as file the array. Then to extract the amino acid sequence, the subroutine called extract_sequence is used. Finally, the 3 character codes are translated to 1 character code and printed using print and IUB 3:1 subroutine. Remember that the main program which calls the subroutine getFileData to read in the PDB file has included a warning about the potentially large size of any given PDB file. For example, the PDB file 1 GAV weighs in at 3.45 MB. Also, the main program follows the reading in of the entire file with the subroutine pass PDB record types that makes copies of all lines in the input file separated by record type. At this point, the running program is using twice the amount of memory as the size of the file. This design has the advantage of clarity and modularity, but it can cause problems if main memory is in short supply. The use of memory can be lessened by not saving the results of reading in the file, but instead passing the file data directly to the parser PDB record types subroutine like get the file data and pass the record types of the PDB file percentage record types equal to pass PDB record types of get file data of PDB /C1 /PDB1 C1F .ent. More savings of memory are possible by rewriting the program to just read the file one line at a time while passing the data into the record types. These are the kinds of choices that are practically important in processing large files. However, let's stick with this design for now. It may be expensive in terms of memory, but it's very clear in terms of overall program structure. A regular expression such as the following matches all adjacent SEQRES lines into a scalar string by $record equal to regular expression tilde / SEQRES dot star / n within parenthesis SEQRES dot star / n close parenthesis star /. $secrets equal to $ampersand. The regular expression matches a single SEQRES line with SEQRES dot star / n and then matches 0 or more additional lines with SEQRES dot star / n star. Notice how the final star indicates 0 or more of the preceding item, namely the parenthesized expression SEQRES dot star / n. Also note that dot star matches 0 or more non-new line characters. Finally, the second line captures the pattern matched denoted by $ampersand into the variable $SEQRES. Subroutine pass PDB record types that passes the PDB record types from an array containing the lines of the PDB record. This is a short, clean subroutine that accomplishes what is needed. Basically, each line is examined for its record type and is then added to the value of a hash entry with the record type as the key. The hash is returned from the subroutine. The pass in the previous example left the required SEQRES record type, which stretches over several lines in a scalar string, that is the value of the key SEQRES in a hash. Our success with the previous pass PDB record types subroutine that used iteration over lines leads to the same approach here. The split Perl function enables you to turn a multi-line string into an array. As you iterate through the lines of the SEQRES record type, notice when a new chain is starting, save the previous chain in the array results. Reset the sequence array and reset the last chain flag to the new chain. Also, when done with all the lines, make sure to save the last sequence chain in the array results. Also notice that split with the arguments you gave it does what you want. The third and final subroutine used here is called IUB 3-to-1. Since in PDB the sequence information is in 3-character codes, you need this subroutine to change those sequences into 1-character codes. It uses a straightforward hash lookup to perform the translation.